Welcome to Dream Whisper. This is your time to let go of the weight of the day and step into a quieter space within yourself. Take one gentle breath in through your nose and exhale softly through your mouth. One more inhale and release. That is enough. Allow your body to settle, your shoulders to drop, and your eyelids to grow heavy. You are safe, you are supported, and there is nothing you need to do now. Above you, imagine the night sky endless, calm, filled with stars waiting to guide you. With each breath, you move closer to that horizon, leaving behind noise and thought. You are ready. The journey begins among the stars.
You close your eyes, and when you open them again, the ground beneath you has vanished. There is no floor, no ceiling, no horizon, only the velvet canvas of night stretching in every direction. Stars shimmer like lanterns scattered across an infinite sea, each one pulsing with its own quiet heartbeat. You do not fall, you do not rise. You simply drift, weightless, as if your body has dissolved into the space around you. Your arms are no longer heavy, your legs no longer tired. There is no effort in this place, only the sensation of being carried, as though the stars themselves have become a gentle current, guiding you further into calm. The silence is profound, but it is not empty, it is alive. In the hush, you hear the soft hum of the universe, a vibration beneath all things, as steady as your own pulse. It cradles you, holds you, assures you that you belong here. Far ahead, nebulas bloom across the darkness. Clouds of violet, gold, and sapphire swirl like living brushstrokes on a cosmic canvas. Their edges glow faintly, shifting and folding in patterns so slow they seem eternal. You feel their warmth long before you approach, as if their light has already touched the deepest corners of your chest. To your right, a planet turns in silence. Vast oceans glimmer on its surface, catching the faint kiss of a distant sun. Rings of ice and stone arc gracefully around it, each shard reflecting silver fire into the dark. The sight is majestic, yet it does not overwhelm, it soothes you. A reminder that everything has its rhythm, its orbit, its perfect balance. Behind you, a comet drifts past, its tail unraveling like strands of silk. The light trails across the sky for a moment, then fades into the distance, leaving only memory and wonder. You follow it with your gaze until it disappears, and then return to the stillness that surrounds you. You inhale, and the stars seem to brighten, their light drawing closer. You exhale, and the space between them deepens, infinite and quiet. The universe breathes with you, a tide rising and falling in harmony with your chest. Here, there is no rush, no weight, no noise, only drifting, endlessly drifting among the stars. As you drift deeper into the silence, you notice a shimmer stretched across the vast darkness, a ribbon of light winding endlessly through the cosmos. At first, it looks like a faraway constellation, but as you draw nearer, you realize it is alive, moving, flowing. It is not a cluster of stars at all, but a river made of pure starlight. The celestial river gleams with silver and gold, its surface rippling with colors too delicate to name. Countless fragments of brilliance swirl within it, drifting like luminous fish in a current without beginning or end. It does not rush, it does not roar. It moves with a steady, unshakable calm, like time itself flowing at its own perfect pace. You are drawn to it, not by force, but by invitation. The closer you drift, the warmer its glow becomes. It reaches out to you as though it has been waiting, guiding you into its embrace. And when you finally touch its current, it surrounds you fully. The sensation is unlike water, yet it soothes in the same way, cool and refreshing, but threaded with a gentle warmth that lingers inside your chest. Each particle of light brushes against your skin, dissolves into you, and leaves behind a trace of calm. It feels as if the river is not only carrying you forward, but also carrying away every last fragment of weight you still held. The current lifts you effortlessly, cradling you as it flows onward through the dark. You float along its luminous path, watching the universe bend and shift around you. On one side, galaxies spiral in slow motion, their arms unfurling like vast celestial flowers blooming for eternity. Their centers glow with radiant cores, as if entire suns are gathered into a single heart. On the other side, clouds of violet and indigos stretch into infinity. From within them, new stars flicker, still fragile, like sparks just born from a cosmic flame. You watch their light tremble, then strengthen, each one a reminder that beginnings are as gentle as they are eternal. As the river carries you, you realize the sound of silence has changed. There is music here not of instruments, but of resonance. A deep, humming vibration rises from the current, weaving itself through your breath, your pulse, your very being. It is soft, almost imperceptible, yet it makes you feel as though you are inside the heart of a lullaby, sung by the universe itself. Sometimes the river swells with brightness, its glow expanding outward until you are adrift in a sea of brilliance. At other times, it narrows into a path of delicate flickers, like candle flames swaying in an invisible breeze. Yet there is no unease in these shifts. Every change feels natural, part of the flow. You close your eyes, and the river continues beneath thought and silence alike. You no longer feel separate from a mature body. Your breath, your very awareness are carried within its current. No hurry, no gravity, only the eternal drift, carried endlessly forward by the celestial river of stars. The celestial river carries you gently until its glow begins to widen, spreading into a vast expanse of color. At first, it looks like a mist across the distance, but as you draw closer, you see that it is alive, a garden, sculpted not of earth and water, but of swirling nebulae. The garden of nebulas stretches endlessly in every direction, a tapestry of light and shadow. Clouds of violet, crimson, and emerald twist like petals in slow bloom, their edges glowing softly as though each one has been brushed with fire. Some cluster tightly together, pulsing like lanterns in a midnight grove. Others drift apart, forming wide fields of color that shimmer like meadows seen through morning dew. As you pass through them, the air, what feels like air, changes. It vibrates with gentle resonance, a low hum rising from the heart of every glowing cloud. The sound is not heard with your ears, but felt deep within your chest, as though the nebulas are speaking in the language of calm. Tiny sparks flicker within the clouds. They are stars being born, their light still fragile, trembling softly against the darkness. You pause to watch them, drifting slowly, and a sense of reverence washes over you. To witness a star's first breath is to glimpse eternity at its most tender. The current of the celestial river threads its way through this cosmic garden, weaving among the glowing blossoms of light. You follow, drifting like a leaf carried by water. The colors fold around you, wrapping you in their soft glow until it feels as though you are resting inside a cosmic flower. Occasionally, the nebulas shift and open, revealing pockets of deeper silence, hidden clearings where the stars burn brighter, sharper, their light scattering like diamonds across velvet. In these moments, the contrast between brilliance and shadow makes the beauty even more profound. You breathe in, and the colors seem to brighten, their hues deepening into shades beyond what words can hold. You exhale, and they soften, folding gently back into the quiet. Every breath becomes a dialogue with the universe, a conversation of light and stillness. Here in the Garden of Nebulas, time loosens its hold completely. Moments stretch like threads of silk, and you feel no urgency to move forward. The journey is not about reaching some faraway place. It's about being here, within this endless bloom of light, where peace is infinite. The river continues to carry you, slow and steady, guiding you deeper into the garden's heart. You do not resist. You simply drift, surrounded by colors that seem to glow from within your own soul. The Garden of Nebulas slowly fades behind you, its blossoms of color dissolving into a softer glow. The celestial river carries you onward until the space around you widens again, opening into an expanse so vast it feels endless. Ahead, a line of light stretches across the dark, so steady and unbroken that it seems to divide the universe itself. It is the eternal horizon. Unlike the nebulas, which swirl and bloom, the horizon is still pure, unwavering, a band of golden radiance that hums with quiet strength. It does not rise or fall. It does not shift or flicker. It simply is, eternal and unchanging, as though it has been there since the first breath of the cosmos. As you drift closer, the light deepens. It is not harsh or blinding, but soft, like dawn spread across an infinite sea. The closer you come, the more it feels alive. Its glow does not just shine outward, it reaches inward, brushing against your thoughts, your breath, your very heartbeat. You pause, weightless in the silence. For the first time since your journey began, you feel as though you are standing at the edge of something vast, not a boundary, but a threshold. The horizon is not asking you to cross, nor is it holding you back. It simply waits, endless and patient, offering its presence without demand. The river slows as it meets the horizon, its current dissolving into the light. You float in stillness, suspended between the darkness behind and the brilliance before. For a moment, it feels as if time itself has stopped, as though every star, every nebula, every drifting particle is holding its breath alongside you. The silence here is different. It is not empty nor distant. It feels intimate, as though the universe has leaned closer, whispering without words, "You are not separate. You have never been separate." You breathe in, and the horizon glows brighter. You breathe out, and it softens, as though the light itself is breathing with you. Each cycle erases another boundary between yourself and the river, between yourself and the stars, between yourself and the infinite. Here, at the eternal horizon, you realize there is no edge, no ending, only continuation, only presence, only peace stretching without limit in every direction. You let go completely, and the horizon holds you in its glow. As you rest within the glow of the eternal horizon, you notice shapes forming gently in the distance. At first, they are only scattered points of light, no different from the stars that surround you. But slowly, patiently, they begin to connect threads of silver weaving between them, sketching patterns across the darkness. A path begins to appear. The stars themselves are guiding you, linking together like stepping stones laid across the sky. Some form shapes you recognize: an archer, a swan, a great bear, ancient stories written into the heavens. Others form patterns unknown, constellations so delicate and strange they feel as if they were drawn just for you in this very moment. The celestial river has faded, and now it is this constellation path that invites you forward. Each star along the way glimmers more brightly as you approach, as if acknowledging your presence. They are not distant now, They feel close, alive, almost like companions waiting to walk beside you. You take the first step not with your feet, but with your whole being, drifting from one glowing star to the next. As you move, the constellations shift around you. Lines of silver rearrange, opening new routes, new stories. It is as though the universe is redrawing itself to match your journey. Beneath you, a vast spiral galaxy turns, its arms stretching into infinity. Above you, clusters of blue-white stars burn so brightly they seem to sing. Around you, the constellations weave in every direction, forming a bridge of light that spans the infinite. Each step along the path feels lighter than the last, as though the stars are lifting you upward. They are not destinations, but guides, points of connection, reminding you that you are part of this great pattern, this vast story. The sky is not only above you, it is within you. You pause for a moment on one brilliant star. Its glow surrounds you, and in its warmth you feel something more than light. You feel memory ancient, an eternal whispering that every being, every breath, every dream is written in this same starlit script. You exhale, and the path stretches further ahead, constellations unfolding into the unknown. There is no fear, only trust. For you know that wherever the stars guide you, the journey will carry you deeper into peace. And so, step by shining step, you follow the constellation path across the endless night. The constellation path carries you onward until the lines of silver begin to fade. The stars that once formed bridges gently dissolve back into the dark, and you find yourself drifting into a space unlike any you have seen before. It is vast, yet enclosed, boundless, yet sheltered. A chamber carved not of stone or walls, but of silence itself. The chamber of stillness. Here, no stars flicker, no rivers flow, no constellations shimmer. The space is unadorned, empty in appearance, yet rich with presence. You sense at once that this is not absence, it is essence. The pure quiet at the center of all things. You pause, and for the first time, there is nothing to guide you forward. The current of the river has released you. The constellations have faded, and the horizon lies behind. Yet you are not lost. The chamber holds you as gently as a cradle, and you realize you no longer need direction. Stillness itself is the path. You breathe and the silence deepens. Inhale, your chest fills with peace. Exhale, your thoughts loosen, drift away, dissolve into the vast calm surrounding you. With every cycle, you feel yourself merging with the quiet, as though your breath is being woven into the very fabric of the chamber. There are no boundaries here. The sense of you and the sense of space blur together until it feels as though you are not inside the stillness, but made of it. Every tension, every fragment of thought, every lingering whisper of the day melts away. What remains is simple, complete presence. In this chamber, time has no meaning. Moments stretch, soften, fade. The silence is not heavy, is weightless, light as breath, vast as eternity. You could remain here forever, and it would feel neither long nor short. It would feel only right. And yet, as you surrender fully, a faint glow stirs at the edges of the chamber. It does not disrupt the stillness that rises from it, born of the silence itself. A gentle radiance, warm and golden, inviting you onward. The chamber of stillness has given you its gift. Now it opens the way to the next part of the journey. From the hush of the chamber of stillness, the gentle glow expands, guiding you forward. Slowly, the darkness blossoms into light until you find yourself entering a vast sanctuary woven from the stars themselves. The celestial sanctuary is unlike the gardens or rivers you've passed. Here, the stars are not scattered. They are arranged in harmony, forming great arches of light that rise above you like the vaulted ceiling of a cathedral. Their brilliance does not dazzle. Instead, it settles deep within you, as though every spark has chosen to rest inside your chest. Beneath you stretches a floor of silver dust, shimmering softly like moonlit sand. As you drift across it, the grains do not scatter. They glow brighter under your presence, as if acknowledging that you belong here. Each movement sends ripples of light across the ground, waves of radiance that echo your breath. Between the arches, orbs of starlight hover like lanterns. Some drift slowly, circling in graceful patterns. Others remain still, pulsing faintly, as though keeping time with your heartbeat. You sense that these are not mere stars, but guardians of peace, watchful, kind, ancient beyond imagining. The error, what feels like air, hums with quiet resonance, a sound too deep to be heard, yet unmistakable. It is the sound of harmony, of all things in balance. It flows through you like a tide, filling every corner of your being until nothing within you feels out of place. You pause at the center of the sanctuary. The arches above curve together into a dome of light, and for a moment, you feel completely held as though the universe has folded itself around you in an embrace. There is no outside, no inside, no before or after. There is only this, the calm sanctuary of stars, where everything rests in perfect unity. Your eyes grow heavy, but not from weariness, from peace. You realize that the journey has not been about traveling outward, but inward to this place within yourself that has always been waiting, quiet and patient, for you to return. The sanctuary glows more softly now, as if dimming to match the slowing rhythm of your thoughts. The lanterns of starlight drift closer, circling you in a gentle orbit. They do not bind you, they bless you, whispering without words, "Rest now. You are safe." And so you surrender, cradled in the celestial sanctuary, where light and stillness are one. The celestial sanctuary glows softly around you, its arches of light bending like protective wings. For a long while, you simply rest, floating in the embrace of the stars. The silence here is not empty, it is whole, filled with a presence that asks nothing of you but to be. Gradually, the sanctuary begins to fade, not as if it is leaving you, but as if it is folding inward, becoming part of you. The orbs of starlight draw closer, one by one dissolving gently into your chest, until you realize their glow has settled inside your own heart. The arches of stars above dissolve next, their light scattering into the dark, but their pattern remains etched in your memory forever within reach. The silver floor beneath you softens into mist, and then into nothing at all. You are drifting again, but this time you are not moving through the universe. You are floating within yourself, within the vast calm you have discovered here. The eternal horizon reappears, faint and golden in the distance. It does not call you forward. It simply waits, a reminder that there is no end, no edge, only continuation. You carry it now, glowing in your breath, in your stillness, in your very being. Your breathing slows, deeper, softer. Inhale, the horizon brightens within you. Exhale, the glow settles gently, like a lantern dimming in a quiet room. The constellations that once formed your path now drift loosely across your thoughts, not as guides, but as gentle companions. They remind you that you are part of the pattern, always connected, always held. And then, as your eyes grow heavier, you feel the weight of sleep arriving. Not sudden, not forceful, but like a tide washing gently over sand. Each wave pulls you deeper into rest. carrying you into dreams as peacefully as the celestial river once carried you through the stars. You are not leaving the sanctuary. You are not leaving the journey. You are simply closing your eyes within it, allowing it to continue in the quiet space of your own dreams. The stars will be here when you return. The river will flow, the garden will bloom, the horizon will glow, and the sanctuary will wait, patient and eternal, within you. So now, rest. The universe is holding you.